So what attracted you the most to Alphas?
Well, I can answer that in two ways. One was I had taken a year off to finish a novel that I had started during the writer's strike and then put down when I went back to work. But then my wife had hip surgery, so I took some time off to work on it some more. And then I said, honey, I'm not working for a year until I finish the book. So by the time that was done, I was ready to go anywhere and do anything. And my wife wanted me gone so badly. She was because I would spend days not getting dressed, just in a ratty bathrobe, sitting at the computer, and beautiful summer days, and I never went outside, and it was not pleasant to be around. There was a smell that was not pleasant. So that was, so I was ready to jump at anything at that point. But what happened was I saw the pilot, and I saw some potential in it. I also was a fan of Zach's movie Incident at Loch Ness, his comedy with Werner Herzog about the Loch Ness Monster. I hadn't seen the X-Men movies. I knew Zach from Incident at Loch Ness. So I knew he was into, humor, character humor, improv humor. And I saw some of it in the pilot, and I knew that it had been a long and arduous process to get the pilot done, and I know it went through many iterations over the years, and I think a lot of stuff that they had wanted to do didn't quite get in the pilot at times. I think the story kind of overwhelmed the character stuff in a way, but I know that's what they wanted to do, and that's what I was interested in doing, and that's why I did it. Because they said, yeah, we want to do the pilot, but we want to do more. I said, well, I can get you to do more. We'll get more done. So that's why.
Sorry. Is there a seasonal arc to this show? I mean, it kind of seems like a standalone, but I do feel like there is a bigger story happening in the background. So is there a definite seasonal arc? Or at least a seasonal arc, I mean.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just don't buy into people. Maybe they're telling the truth. That they say, I know what the show is going to be 5 years down the line. Because if you know what the show is going to be like 5 years down the line, then you're with a dead show, because the show will change, the characters will change. You might think you know, but by the time you get there, it better have changed, because that means your show is alive, and the show is running you, which is the way, and the characters are running you. But that being said, yes, the rule from on high is it has to be standalone episodes. None of this serialization shit, or that's a no-no now. But within that, you can serialize the characters, and the case of the week or the story of the week has to be resolved, but everything around it doesn't have to be resolved. So that's serialized. So yes, we kind of knew where we wanted to go, and plus other things we thought we wanted to do, and then when you get there, you go, guys, this is like we've done 11 episodes of this thing. We can't get there yet. We haven't earned that. You want to make these big moves in your head, because you think it sounds really cool when you're thinking about it, but when you get there, you're going, man, it's like the beginning of the beginning. It's 11 episodes of season 1. You can't take that character and, just jump them so many steps. So we took it down a bit in terms of like those big mythology moves, while still maintaining, some game changers that we had thought we'd do. So yeah. We haven't written it yet. That's why I'm being so hesitant, because I don't want to say anything and then something will change, or that, But yeah, I think I'm hopeful that this show will be able to evolve season by season. That would be good.
How would you differentiate your show from other shows about
characters with superpowers?
Well, with the exception of the one I worked on, which was the 4400, I didn't watch any of them. So I'm in the the nice position of not worrying about Heroes or Lost or Fringe or No Ordinary Family or Cape, because I never saw an episode of any of them. So which is good. I mean, that's why I don't usually watch that kind of stuff, because I don't want it getting into my brain and keeping me from doing things, because the characters are different. The bottom line is the characters on Alphas are different from all those other characters, just like the characters from those shows are different from us and all those other shows. So if execution is everything, which we know it is, because you could do 100 frickin' westerns and they're all the same. The outlaws are being chased by the posse, and the guy loves the girl and he loves his horse or whatever, and suddenly someone makes a western and you go, fuck, that's art, that's beautiful. It's all in the execution. They were playing with the same things, the same elements, but someone does something really cool with them, and everyone else kind of does what's expected, and it's fun and entertaining, but someone does something special. So, it's all in the execution, and what is the execution is the characters, and our characters have to live and die with what we do with them and what the actors bring to them and how the directors shoot them and how the editors edit them, and that's all that matters. So, not really worried.
Which character or element in the storyline is the hardest thing to bring from script to screen?
Well,
you start out with concepts. Which one was the most difficult?
Well, I think the thing that was probably the most difficult is that the character of Nina was conceived to be this one thing, this kind of, wild child, sleep with whoever she wants to sleep with, take whatever she wants to take, have a real kind of saucy attitude. And then they cast the sweetest, nicest woman on the entire planet, Laura Minnell, and she doesn't quite, that's not her thing. And that's cool, because I've been on lots of shows where the character is supposed to be one thing, then you hire an actor and you go, oh, well, that's who that character is. The character is that actor. We had to come to that conclusion ourselves, and once we got that, suddenly everything clicked into place. And it's not that she doesn't have the wild child background and stuff, but she just, all I could say is she evolved into a more interesting character. So that to me, everyone else kind of, with like Bill Harkin's character that Malik plays, Malik brings so much more to that character. I mean, God, that character from the pilot to where he goes over the course of the season, night and day, how that...
So you're saying he becomes a teddy bear?
Wow. That's how Wild Bill Hickok got fucking dead. Some guy sitting at a table walked up right behind him, because the one time in his life he did not sit with his back to the wall. Bang, zoom.